Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Just having a quick look on the ASX 200. I think the market's obviously looking absolutely fantastic. Now, we've broken that sort of 5,800 level. It's going to be very interesting to see the momentum if we can break over 20,000 on the Dow tonight. And if we do, certainly that 6,000 could come into play. At the moment, it's all on the Dow, and as you can see, there is a little bit of resistance here. That the Dow is having a little bit of difficulty getting the sort of confidence to go over that 20,000 level. I do think this is a pretty obviously important pivotal point, and I think if we can break over that 20,000, there's no reason why in the short term this Trump rally can't continue a little bit more. What I would like to do is just go through the stocks we're trending at the moment, and I think I'll start this one with ALQ. Again, we've already taken a dividend out of ALQ, and I think it's absolutely looking fantastic. And I do like stocks that come back and they break above the sort of 20-day moving average and dip below it. I think this is looking very, very bullish, and certainly I think it's looking better now than it has been really since we put it on. And I think it looks very, very good. We've got a $7 target price on ALQ, and this is a great company. It's part of the sort of the resources sort of recovery, and the trend looks very, very strong in the short term. Another stock that we're trending at the moment, again, I think this one looks better than ever at the moment, is Domino's. This has been one of the best trending stocks on the market, and at the moment it's having this little bit of a breather. But beautifully went through that little buy signal down here, and when it was around 66. And for me, this looks just a perfect sort of price action, and certainly there's no reason. I think the earnings of this company and their growth, of all the stores they're opening in Germany at the moment, there's no reason why this company can't keep trending up. And I think at the moment this is possibly an ideal time again to get into Domino's. It's looking very, very good. Again, Aristocrat, we've got this sort of target price. Obviously, we're sort of in pretty good profits with it at the moment. We've got this sort of target price around this 16.50. Again, this stock looks absolutely stunning on the charts. I think it's looking very, very, very bullish. BHP, again, we like the trend. We like the sort of, generally speaking, at the moment, we like the BHP story and the resources recovery. And again, I think even on this short-term chart, you can see BHP is looking very, very bullish. So again, obviously we're happy with the trend, and we're happy to hold it. Hansen, again, looking a little bit weaker actually. I would have liked to see a little bit better price action of Hansen today, but generally speaking, as a long-term trend, certainly we're believers in it. Ramsay Health Care, again, had a great move up today. Had a really strong move up, about 3.13%. And sort of did what Ramsay Health Care tends to do, is come back like he did sort of February last year, came back and sort of floated below that sort of weekly moving average and bounced up very strongly. And it looks like to me it's doing the same. We've got a sort of $75 to $77 target price on Ramsay in the short term, and it's certainly looking good to hit that sort of target price. Again, Burson's looking very, very good, and good to sit back over $6. We are slightly down on this trend at the moment, but it just shows, mixing this the fundamental analysis with the trending, it generally sees you through at the end of the day. And I think this little latest rally's got further to run, and hopefully we can target that. We've got a target around 660, 670, and hopefully it's not going to be too long before we hit that target. Corporate travel is looking good. I'd like to see it do a little bit more, and possibly we could take maybe sort of $19, and we could look to take a quick profit out of that fairly soon. FPH, at the moment we're sort of we are in the stock. I wouldn't just buy. I just want to see it do a little bit more, but I think again it's certainly recovering and looking very, very good. Had the similar sort of price movement like a lot of these sort of. It's sort of not it's a 2 billion market cap company, but a lot of these sort of mid caps have had this little bit of a pullback recently. But FPH, like you'd expect, is coming back absolutely beautifully. ANZ, Again, we're not taking profits yet. I think this, has got further to run. Certainly, we took profits on NAB the other week. As always, we're not too greedy equity story, but certainly we could maybe, in hindsight, we could have let it run a little bit more. I think the reason we didn't is that we still got the ANZ, so sort of hedging our bets a little bit. But I think the ANZ looks very good, and certainly the way it's trending at the moment, you think that 32, maybe even $34 could be on the cards. It's certainly looking very, very, very bullish. At the moment, just with the gold stocks, NST and Evolution, certainly holds. And Evolution, after having a pretty rocky period, the gold has recently, certainly starting to come up. This is one of our sort of, and again, you can see that short-term chart, which is important, starting to look a little bit more lively. So I think that level, just have a look here at the gold charts at the moment. Yeah, this sort of level of 1.7, I think the market are looking at to break over that sort of 175 by the end of the week. It didn't quite do that this week. Hopefully this can go on and have another decent move. And I think if it can do that, then obviously gold could be go for a nice little run. What I would like to just talk about very quickly, the weekly buy and sell signals that we put these on Einstein's trending blog. This week I didn't really have too much that had what I call a real classic buy signal. Certainly I think Downer, DOW looked very, very good, and it's actually moved up pretty nicely today. It's up sort of 0.79%. IMD went absolutely beautifully through that buy signal. Again, I think it's a smaller cap, and we don't often put really smaller caps on as buy signals, but everything about this just looked absolutely perfect. The way it had the big run up, came back, had a little bit of support, and then started to have this sort of breakout. And again, up 8.6% today, and we really picked it very, very well. And for me, that just looks even more bullish. Likewise, obviously, these are it's interesting here. I've actually left the weekly classic buy signals from last week. I've left them on, and as you can see, some of them like SIP keep moving. So if you are in these buy signals, this they're looking to pick up short-term momentum, but again, they'll follow it. Generally speaking, they can follow the momentum on week in, week out. And again, you see SIP up another 2.75%, and GUD up again, and TNE up again. So just gives you those weekly buy and sell signals are just, especially when you get a sort of decent trend in the market, are just so accurate. Just having a look at the stocks that we said were bullish this week, and there's two I think that's important to mention. Money3, MNY, is one of our 3-year growth stories. Again, stock we like, got a lovely little buy signal. It's good price action. I think this is definitely going higher in the short term. And again, IGO. This is our preferred sort of resource play. This is a great little copper producer. They've got a great mine coming online. And again, good little buy signal now, and it's really, for me, starting to look very, very bullish. I think these two stocks are interesting. KR, these sort of oversold oil producers and gas, and you can see KR got absolutely hammered over the last few years. It's starting to come back up again quite nicely, and certainly on the charts, to me, looks like it's livening up. And so does SCA, which I think today at one stage was up about 3%. But again, this is quite an interesting little recovery stock, and certainly starting to look quite bullish on the charts. Wolseley, again, looking absolutely superb, looking very, very good. NWH, this is a stock, we had it as a classic buy signal a few weeks ago, sort of went through it and then just carried on with it. This for me looks very, very bullish. NWH, I think this is going a lot higher. Again, obviously ANZ, CBA, we said would be bullish this week, looking maybe a little bit of resistance now on CBA, so maybe it needs to break this 85 level. If it's going to go as high as 90, I think it needs to break this level. So it'd be quite interesting to see how this trades by the end of the week. Bank of Queensland, again, for me, obviously it's got that $13 written all over it, so it's starting to look very, very, very bullish. ALQ we've talked about, obviously Aristocrat we're in at the moment, BHP we've just talked about. These are stocks we are trending. ORI, Orica, I think looks very, very, very good, and certainly starting to get a nice little trend, and that short-term trend. This is what you want, this nice sort of trading pattern looking very, very good. And so Orica certainly for me looking excellent. as is Oz Minerals, looking very, very good. So again, on a little buy signal, maybe even more bullish. And like I've spoken about, SIP up pretty strongly today, and I think looks actually better than ever. I think this is going higher, that maybe 131, 140. We might look to put this as an official trend tomorrow. I think it looks absolutely excellent. Just before we go tonight, we put on RHP. This is the latest thing we're doing now in Equity Story. We're looking for contrarian plays, stocks that we feel have been unfairly sold. This did obviously have a little bit of a move up. Went up about 2 or 3% after we put it on. I wouldn't be paying more than sort of 0.6, 0.61. But you can go on Einstein's trending blog. We've got the whole report why we believe this is a contrarian play. Go and read the report, and hopefully might be of interest. I think the last contrarian play we just put on recently was obviously Vocus, and it's starting to work for us. It's already up about 6-7%, and for some reason it's not coming on, but we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at Vocus tomorrow anyway. For some reason, see if I can just get the code up. Here we go. There we go. And Vocus we put on, since then it's sort of jumped about sort of 6-7%, and I think we really have managed to pick the bottom there, hopefully, and certainly Vocus I think will be a good little contrarian story for us this year. Anyway, that's all I've got to talk about tonight on Equity Story. I'd like to welcome all new members, and I'd like to thank you for listening to the report. Thank you and good night.